Hey, I'm down here. Hey, this week on Hot and Cold, there was a hole in the floor, and I found my nail puller and my big pencil. So we're off to a good start. Okay, so we're back upstairs now, and as you can see, there's a piece of floor missing here. This was the bathroom mostly, although it bumped over into a bedroom. The floor and the subfloor had rotted pretty severely. And I think it was a combination of leaks from the bathtub area and moisture in the basement. And the house has been empty for a couple of years. Anyway, we had to keep cutting back till we got to solid wood. We are now at solid wood, and we can start to rebuild the floor and the subfloor with new plywood. There's a toilet flange and a cutout for the vent pipe. We're going to cut that out as well and refloor that. This will be, from here over to here, will be a kitchen now. What was a bedroom and bathroom and sort of a living area, spill over into a living area, and you'll see more of that in upcoming weeks once we start to frame up. We discovered the wiring down in the basement at the panel looks excellent because it is a professional did it, whereas the rest of the wiring in this house was done by a non-professional. This I took out of the ceiling in the living room, multiple pieces of 12 gauge wire connected with duct tape. No wire nuts, no cover on the box. That's exactly, except for the cut wires, these were sticking up out of the box with no cover. Not everybody should do electrical work. That if you learn anything from this program, from these series of things we do, please, if you don't understand the code or can talk to somebody, or if you think you know what you're doing, question yourself before you do it, please. There's a little more to it than just nailing boxes and running wire. In this case, everything north of the electrical service that was done by a professional has to be redone. I don't mind redoing it because I don't want the house to burn down. And that stuff scares the heck out of me. Reminds me when I used to do house inspections, I find something like that, I'd say, get an electrician, it's the best money you'll ever spend. Anyway, so and I discovered this as I started digging a little bit. We're taking out top plates on the walls and finding wires. Apparently all the wiring went up to the attic and then dropped down. This is a ranch house. Everything should be just coming straight up from the basement. It uses less wire. They used more wire to do this, and they didn't believe in wire nuts. Apparently wire nuts were maybe against somebody's religion. I don't know. Anyway, let's go over and look at what we were doing last week, because that's all done. Oh, thank God. So this is the corner where all the floor joists were rotted. They've all been repaired, sistered, glued and screwed together, pressure treated anywhere it was in contact with masonry, whereas much of it is not pressure treated. We've closed off what was the doorway. There was a closet here, which we mostly took out. We have these, I'll call them faux beams. They're real beams, but they're not doing anything structurally. These will be coming out. I've taken out the rest already. And we put down new flooring with a subfloor. And this would be part of a master suite, bedroom, bathroom. So originally this wall was coming out. I realized we can keep this wall. Took out one stud there because I took the toilet out through there because there was no doorway there earlier. The doorway is, if we walk around to here, okay, so the doorway is now in the middle of the front of the building. We're going to be redoing windows in the front of the building. So there's going to be a lot of stuff done on the front of the building at some point. For now, the door is in place temporarily. There's going to be some stuff changed around, but it's temporarily done. Just so we have security, we have a place to get in and out of. There is a door down in the basement, but then you have to go around the house so while we're gutting stuff here still, it's convenient. You'll see more of that when the time comes. But we're making some progress. I actually have a crew of young people coming in to finish demoing these rooms here. All the fiberglass is coming out, all the wiring overhead is coming out, and we'll start anew. I think we might have mentioned last week, we will be spray foaming the wall cavities and spray foaming the basement walls as well. A lot of the rot that we've been dealing with here happened because the basement was damp, the building was unoccupied, and if you stop and think about it, if you ever had the experience of being in an unoccupied house in the wintertime in the wonderful state of Maine, the basement's relatively warm because it's underground. So much of that area in the basement is not freezing. Unfortunately, moisture can come in through the basement walls or floor, and if it comes in and it's warm down there, it's cold up here because all these surfaces are seeing the outside air, which is usually colder than it is underground. If it's, say, 5 degrees below zero, what will happen is all that moisture is coming up from the basement, hits all these surfaces that are cold, and condenses out. And that's exactly what happened here. If I just grab a idle piece, that's not a good idle piece. Let's try that. I know. Here we go. Is this a good piece to show? Yeah. An idle piece of drywall. What do we see on the back side? We see mold. So we want that to go bye-bye. The 30-yard dumpster out there is full, and we ain't done yet. So that's going to get emptied tomorrow, and we'll get the rest of this out of here, and then we can start kind of with a clean piece of paper. We will be spraying for mold as well, and we've removed a lot of what was a mess before. Anyway, that's it for this week or this period in time. I'll make some progress. We'll get another video up. And if you have any questions or comments, place them online, and we will on the YouTube, which is our new place to be. This is Hot and Cold. I'm Tom. Maria's behind the camera. Say hi, Maria.
Hello.
And we'll see you next week.